And well, so hopefully everyone watching right now is at home safe. But there are some folks, as you just saw there, 485, who will need to drive tonight. And many more are wondering what the roads will be like when they wake up tomorrow morning.
Yeah, picking up those last minute supplies and rations. NCDOT has been working all week to get ready for the weekend storm. And right now, crews are gearing up to work on those streets, get folks back on the road as soon as possible. Jen Goodwin with North Carolina Department of Transportation. Words matter. Transportation joining us now. I just saw Jen about an hour ago on Live Impact News, and I was like, oh, long time no see, Jen. I know we were going to keep in touch through the weekend. I didn't know it was going to be an hour later. Anyway.
It's good to see you, Jane. And you too, Nick.
We're looking like we're seeing some signs of sleet and even some freezing rain up in Kannapolis. What are your crews reporting to you right now?
Yeah, we're hearing some reports of the same, and we're starting to get staged and spread out across our area. Now, I help cover 5 counties, which includes Anson and Cabarrus, Mecklenburg, Stanley, and Union. I'm just one of several people like me that cover 100 counties across the state. So we've got thousands of employees that are fanned out across North Carolina, ready to respond to whatever type of precipitation we have. And we've already put down probably in excess of 4 million gallons of brine across the state on our bare pavement system to try to get ahead of whatever's going to fall. But we do know, like you said, some people are going to try to get out, and that's unavoidable in some cases. Some people have to go to jobs in this kind of weather. If you do have to go out, of course, be patient. Give yourself extra time to get to your destination. Let someone know where you're going and how you plan on getting there. If you can stick to the main roads like we had talked about before, that's going to be your best bet because they may see what traffic is out there. It's also good to slow down as you're approaching bridges and overpasses because we know those freeze up first. Slow down in curves, and not to use your cruise control at all. And if you find yourself starting to slide a little bit, try to turn your wheel in the direction of the slide a little bit. And don't put your foot on your brake so hard. If you can pump the brakes a little bit, that would help too. And if you see our crews out there, because we are going to be out all weekend and into next week until this event is completely over with, give us plenty of room to work too, because they're out there working, rotating 12-hour shifts, and they're away from their families, and we all want them to get home safely too and get warm too.
Those DOT crews working so hard. Jen, just looking ahead, can you sort of walk us through what the next few days looks like for crews out there? Again, you mentioned just giving crews enough space out on the road if you have to hit the road, but what does the next few days look like?
Well, we're sticking with the 12-hour rotation that I mentioned. So we do use a lot of contractors because we have so much ground to cover. We have many miles of interstates and primary roads throughout our region, especially just in Mecklenburg County with all of our interstates just confined within one area. And so we use over 145 contract employees, 100 plus of their own trucks that they bring to partner alongside with NCDOT employees and vehicles. And we have all kinds of different pieces of equipment like front end loaders and backhoes and motor graders and pickup trucks that we can put spreaders on and plows on. And we're going to use everything that we have at our availability, from brine to calcium blend to salt and sand, to try to break up whatever we have, ice or sleet or freezing rain that accumulates. The issue that we're going to be facing is cold temperatures and not much melting. So travel is probably going to be hazardous for at least into Monday, maybe into Tuesday. It's hard to say, several days past that. We're just going to have to take it as it comes and see what kind of progress we can make. But I think the big take from this is just to continue to listen to what you hear from local officials, from emergency management, also from trusted meteorologists. We've been listening to Brad too, and also listening to the governor. He's getting a lot of good information as well. So make sure that you also are having all of your devices charged and you have a way to get the information in case you do lose power so you can stay in the know.
Is that the biggest challenge? You mentioned that, the frigid temperatures. Is that the biggest challenge you guys face?
Yeah, because most places will get snow, and that's easier to plow. It's easier to move. But after things kind of get below a certain temperature, it's kind of hard for anything to have any kind of effectiveness. So you can keep on trying to use different things, and we're certainly going to do so with all the resources that we have available to us. But we also could really use some help from a little bit of warmth to have some of the sun melt some of that away. That would be a great help to us.
All right, we are going to hope for that as well as soon as possible. See some of that sun and above freezing temperatures to help everyone out. Jen, appreciate you again, and see you down the line here.
See you soon. I
Might
guess.
see you in another hour.
See you soon. All right, let's do lunch.
All right, Jen Goodwin from NCDOT.